So hey everybody, thanks for tuning in for another channel C.G.E video. Today I'm here to do a little bit of a beginner's guide for Garageband and iRig paired together. I did a video previously talking about these two things hooked up together, kind of a review and just talking about actually how to hook them up together. You may want to check that video out. I'll put the link in the description of this video. But I was recently prompted to do a beginner's guide to Garageband, actually telling you how to use it and then pairing it up with iRig. So that's what I'm going to do today. If you don't know what Garageband is, it is an app that you can get on any iOS device, which would be like an iPad, an iPhone, iPod Touch, any Apple iOS device. And it's a great app. It's actually free to download, and it is actually one of the Apple Essential apps. Garageband is like a recording studio. You don't actually have to have any musical talent to use the instruments. There's pre-programmed instruments in here, a lot of really cool stuff. But you can take it to that next level and actually make recordings with it, with real instruments, and now with devices like this iRig and other stuff like the iMic. There's some other stuff now that you can plug in here, and you can actually use the recording interface and the multi-track recording to actually record real instruments. So that's really cool. So like I said, the app is actually free to download, but it's an additional $4.99 to unlock all the features, which I strongly recommend because you're going to get your guitar amp and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. So $4.99, best recording app and easiest to use. So anyway, let's get started. Alright, so once you have your Garageband app all installed, which as you can see I have it in this important folder with my video star, you're going to be prompted once you click it up to download all the features, which I've already done. As you can see, I've done quite a few songs so far and I've messed around a lot. So we're going to start a new song. To do that, you're going to click this little plus sign up in the top left corner to create a new song. Now, as long as you have all the features unlocked, you're going to have all this stuff here. You're going to have the smart bass, smart strings, smart drums, sampler, audio recorder, drums, keyboard, blah blah blah. What we're going to mainly focus on is the guitar amp, which is actually made to actually plug your guitar into here and actually have the face of a guitar rig on here, and then you can adjust the dials, do different tones, etc. So let's click it up, I'll show you. Okay, so here is the rig face, or whatever you want to call it. And if you swipe to the right and the left, you get different stacks, they call them. And then there's also different combinations, different presets. And like here we have clean, and then we have various variations of clean. Then we have crunchy, distorted, processed, various different presets for the stacks. So there's also the stomp pedals, and if you don't know what a stomp pedal is, it's an effects pedal. They're actually made for on-stage stuff. You can just hit the button with your foot and change the sound, but you're not gonna actually hit the buttons with your foot on here. It's made to give you the sounds of the different stomp pedals, and as you can see, there's a whole bunch of different ones. Like for instance, here's the vibe. We move that. They have all kinds of them. They have a overdrive, a high drive, a fuzz, a flanger, a chorus, the whole bunch of them. You're gonna have to check out. But anyways, and then turn them on. Of course, you hit the button, turn them on and off. But we're not gonna be doing that right now. Click up here to go back to the face. To start recording, first thing I recommend you do is over here, a lot of people have this problem. They wonder why is it only recording for like 20 seconds. Well, here's what you have to do. You have to click here the plus and make more song sections. You click add, and it adds a bunch of sections, and that's so that you can adjust the length custom to whatever you want. So what I recommend is that you just add all the sections. Go all the way to Z. Keep clicking. A, B, C, D. You just add all the sections you can. I would go at least to like the letter N or something. Add all the sections you can. and then once you're done recording, you can actually adjust it back to where you want it to end. But actually, for this recording, we're just gonna, for the sake of time, remove these sections and just go with one 8-beat section. So you can also change how many bars are in the section. In here, you can also set it to automatic too, but it's good to manually select. So these are 8 bars each section automatically. You can change that. Now, next step is to plug in the iRig. You actually do not need the iRig to use the amp feature. It'll actually go through the microphone, and your guitar sound will go through here, and you can adjust it and then just actually have it go through the microphone, which is a really cool feature. If you want to be able to listen to what you're playing, you're going to have to plug your headphones in though, or plug it into like another speaker or an amplifier. A much better option though is this iRig. Basically what this little deal is this round cylinder. You plug your 1/4-inch guitar cable into here, pretty standard stuff. Over here is where you plug your headphones in or your output, so like if you want to plug it into a speaker, hear it out loud. In this video I will actually plug it into a speaker because I want you guys to be able to hear what's going on. And on this end is what you're going to plug into your iPad or whatever device you're using to do this. So there you go, it's plugged in, and now I have a guitar cable right here. This is I'm not sure how long this guitar cable is. I'm guessing it's about 5 feet or something like that, but it's really cool braided guitar cable, tweed. So you're just gonna plug that in there, and of course plug the other end into your guitar. Then you're gravy, you're good to go. Now, in order to hear what you're playing, have it come back out, you're gonna have to go here, and this is your input settings. Input level, your noise gate, which is kind of handy sometimes, and monitor. You have to turn monitor on to be able to hear what you're doing. So be sure that is on when you plug in. So there you go. Now I'm going to go plug in my speaker into my iRig so that you guys can hear what's going on. I'm also going to plug in my guitar. I'm going to plug into my small amplifier I have. Like I said, I normally just plug my headphones in. I recommend you do that too, but I want to plug it into the speaker for this video so that you guys can hear what's going on. Here's the cable I'm using. It's a regular 33mm headphone sort of end on them. And I'm going to use this adapter so that I can plug it into my amp, because this adapts the headphone end to the 1/4-inch guitar cable. So I'm going to use that real quick. I'm just going to plug it in. Alright, well I just plugged it all in. And alright, let's give it a shot. So I can turn down my output volume here a little. Well, anyway, there it is. The sound is coming out. I'm going to turn my reverb off just because I don't really like that. You see, you can adjust these if you want. You can just leave it preset too, which I kind of recommend. There's also the stomp boxes here. They sound real cool, as I was explaining. Like there's this fuzz one, or I'm sorry, high drive. And it's kind of fun to use different stomp boxes with various different stacks. It's kind of fun. Here's the vibe. And yeah, so you can just experiment with them as you want. If you wanted to, you could just jam around with this as it is. But anyway, the next thing we need to talk about is the actual recording interface. So let's move on to that. Alright, so moving on to the recording interface. It's very easy to access. When you're in your song, just go up here, right here, it shows whatever you're using. Right now, of course, it shows guitar amp, because that's what we're talking about. You click here, and this is your recording interface. As you record, the sound waves will show up under the track. To add a new track, like let's say I played the guitar, and I want to play more guitar over that, I click the plus, then I would click the guitar amp button, or whatever I wanted to record over, and there it goes. And you can see now there are the two tracks. As you record, they will go over each other. So very simple. And I'm going to delete this just for now so we don't get confused. So let's try recording. I'm going to plug my guitar in. Alright, so just one more thing before I start recording. I am going to go up here. This little wrench here is your settings, and that's where you can adjust different things. I recommend always using the metronome. There's a little toggle button right here to turn your metronome on. You're just going to click that and turn your metronome on, and of course it's on already because that's the way they do it. You can adjust the sound of the metronome. You can also do your tempo. You can actually tap to set your tempo. So let's say I want to go dum 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 dum. I can tap and it will get me approximately to where what I'm tapping, the tempo. So alright, so I have my tempo set, I have my metronome on, and then this little question mark, guys, is really nice. If you ever have, or you wonder what anything is, or what stuff does, just click that, and as you can see, all these little windows come up and it'll tell you about the different things that you see on your screen. But anyway, so we're all set up, so I am going to use this same stack. I think I might try using a pedal. How about high drive? Yeah, I'll use high drive. And now let's record a few bars. Very simple to record. You just click the record button up here, and it will count 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you start. You can tell it not to do that here too, counting off. Anyway, it's going to count in 4 beats, or however many beats you have it set for. If you have 3/4 time, but you can also set that in here. Your time signature, whatever time signature you have, it's going to count it once and then start automatically. So anyway, we're going to do it. It's going to count 4, and then we're going to start recording. So let's do a little ditty. Okay, well that was kind of simple. My guitar sounds a little bit out of tune, but you get the idea. So then I can play it back. Anyway, you get the idea? Okay. So then we go here to our, what do you say, our track section. And there's the track right there. You can see all the sound waves in there. It's all done. So I click the little plus button down here at the bottom. I want to do another track. So I can do another guitar track. And when you add another track, you're going to, of course, have to tell it to monitor again. So I'm going to do a little soloing during the track. I'm going to use the high drive pedal, I think, again. Well, anyway, I'm going to try to do a little soloing here real quick. I may want to turn my solo up a little bit. Okay, so I am going to also turn the reverb off because I just don't like the reverb. So let's do it. Alright, well, that was pretty bad, but let's listen to it. And then it'll keep looping, but you get the basic idea of how it works, and you can see where there's that real potential to make a really good recording. I am not going to make a real good one right now because it takes time and you need to practice and, you know, really perfect it. That's really the best thing you can do. And for the sake of time again for this video, I am not going to go too much in depth, but you get the basic idea. You can keep going with tracks. I think you can do 32 tracks or something like that, so you can just keep going and going and going. Really easy interface once you get it down pat. So let's go through all the steps again, just so you can remember how to do it. Step 1. To do a new song, click the plus button. Step 2. Click whatever instrument you want. For this, we're using the guitar amp. Step 2. Adjust it to the way you want. Step 3. Plug in your iRig, plug in your headphones, and your guitar cord, and turn monitor on if you want to hear what you're doing. Step 5. Click record and record.